Better late than never on this episode of Nonsense, where I do stuff and talk about shit. Welcome back, everyone, to this non-video version of Nonsense. I'm your host, FNBOB. Why no video, you ask? Because I'm fucking sick, that's why. I apparently got the ick finally. I don't know for sure. I took one of those shitty home tests, and it is positive for the ick. So after all of that shit I've been talking, I finally got it my damn self. So I am now quarantining. I am now locked in the confines of my bedroom. So I can't do a video podcast. That's pretty much all it is. I've refrained myself to the bedroom. Kelly is in the game room / non-quarantine space. So I don't get to see anyone for a little bit. I get to stay home, stay locked away. I'm going to get a secondary test tomorrow. What do you call it? The PCR test. So I'm going to get one of those and find out if it's real or not. But I definitely feel like shit. So I'm going to say this is my time. My time has come for me to get the ick like everyone else. I will say this, not so bad so far. It's honestly just like a shitty cold to me. It's heavy head congestion. I had some chills and some shakes earlier, like body aches, but got over it pretty quickly. I actually don't feel too bad today, but bad enough where I can't do much. And out of respect for my household, I will continue to stay quarantined because, that's just the shit you're supposed to do. Damn your politics, damn your fucking feelings. It's like, just do the proper thing, If you don't feel well, stay the fuck away from other people. You don't just get sick and then just start trolling around other people like, fuck you, it's a conspiracy. No, I did the right thing. I'm gonna stay tucked away as much as humanly possible. At this point now, I've only seen Kelly at a, pretty decent distance. I'm gonna make sure that distance, increases after some time because I'm starting to feel worse. So she's been nice. She's been helpful. She's been bringing me water and shit like that just because the body aches are keeping me from walking. But I mean, look, I'm fucking not dying, so that's all it is, dude. It's just a fucking shitty ass cold. But the most important thing is the fucking grind doesn't stop, man. Podcast still goes on. It just can't be video based because I don't have a camera. Yeah, I could use my phone, but fuck you. I don't have equipment and proper lighting and all of that shit, so I will give you guys a voice only fucking podcast, just like the good old days. So enough about my ailments for now. At least for now. I might bring them back up later. How the fuck you guys been doing? Honestly, I don't sound my best, so bear with me on this episode. Please, like don't give me shit for being sick on a podcast where I use my voice consistently. Like, come on, dude. Like, let's not be that kind of asshole. But how you guys doing? I know I took a small break before. I didn't want to take any more breaks. Especially with me being healthy enough to fucking talk. I might have to take a break or two in between during the episode, but it is what it is. Oh, sorry. Shit. But yeah, how the fuck you guys been doing? A lot of shit's been going on. Rightfully so. I would like to talk about a few of those things, like us just sending almost $100 billion to fucking Ukraine for some odd reason. But I don't know why. Like, nobody wants to be a part of this war. Nobody wants to fucking do anything to help. But we're just gonna send all of our money over there. Like, fuck it. Like, let them buy guns, but we can't buy guns. Just some really weird shit. And again, not to get too political, I just think it's fucking goofy at this point. Like, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but I do not support Ukraine and their endeavors at this point. Especially if we're the only ones flipping a fucking bill right now. Like, everybody else will put up a flag or two, but ain't nobody flipping a fucking bill like America is. $100 billion for fucking guns, dude? Like, kiss my ass, dude. Like, you guys can figure some of this shit out on your own, dude. Like, fuck out of here. You guys aren't that good. I'm not gonna if it were me, I wouldn't keep funding a war that is a stalemate at this point. So fuck Russia, fuck Ukraine. Like I'm not with any of that shit. Like, it's just a fucking waste of money at this point. $100 billion, dude. Like somebody put up a statistic that is enough to fucking house every homeless dude in America. Like, come on, man. Like we could use. I'm not saying we couldn't help them at all, but god damn it, not so much. Not so fucking much. That's all I'm saying. Like, literally all the money is going to Ukraine. Like, kiss my ass. Fuck them. But the bigger thing that I had on my mind was two things, actually. The Saints Row game. I was kind of looking forward to the Saints Row game. I really was. And I've heard nothing but negativity about the Saints Row game. And it's making me sit at a crossroads of two different things. One of which is I feel like I shouldn't, like, no one should trust critics anymore. Critics, when it comes to reviewing products, are typically way the fuck off. They've always been pretty off in video gaming, but just critics in general have been off. And the reason why I say that is because certain movies, certain fucking video games, just certain media in general get no play when it comes to critics. And typically aren't that bad, you know what I mean? One thing that comes to mind, Earthbound, for those of you who are fans of Earthbound. Earthbound was a game that came out for Nintendo or Super Nintendo and got terrible reviews. Hands down, some of the worst reviews you can get out of a game. To the point where they reviewed it and put a scratch and sniff on the page of the review saying it was just shitty. Like, it was pretty negative reviews. And for those of you who know now, Earthbound is one of the most popular games known to man at this point. Like, people love Earthbound. So, one of the instances where I just don't trust critics. For my conservative few, the material that the Daily Wire has been putting out, where it may Run, Hide, Fight, or the documentary What is a Woman, get terrible reviews from fucking critics, but people who actually watch it fucking love it. So, I think I've reached a point now where I just don't trust critics. And my biggest one is obviously The Last of Us, where everybody and their mom says The Last of Us is great. And I can't even get through the first hour or two of that fucking game. Like, it's so damn boring. So I've fully just not given two shits about critics anymore. So I'm probably still going to play the game. I wish there was some way I know I could get a refund or some shit like that if I bought the game and didn't like it. I know Steam would do shit like that. Like, if you bought it with so much time and then you ask for a refund within like the first, I think it was like 48 hours, they give you a full refund. I don't think PlayStation would do that. The only time they've done that was for Madden, because Madden was so utterly shit that they gave everyone who purchased that game a refund, which is fucking hilarious to me. And then people still buy Madden like it ain't shit, and they're still complaining that the game still sucks. And it's just like, well, you think you would have learned your lesson after a while? It's like they keep putting out the same shit content in the same shit game. They repackage fucking features over and over again. And it's literally the same game with new roster. Like, I don't know why people are so damn surprised. It's the same shit. It's always going to be the same shit. It's a fucking football game. Did I used to like Madden? Yeah, no. I'm not going to sit here and say like it was always garbage. It was just not as bad as it is now. It used to be a hell of a lot better. And I think they just got content where nothing really mattered anymore. They were just like, yeah, we can package the same old bullshit and sell it. Same way with movies. Movies do the same shit where they just kind of take the same old tropes, repackage it, and send it back out there. So it is what it is. But point being is I'm going to more than likely give Saints Row a try for myself. I've heard it plays terrible. It plays like an old PS2 game. The dialogue's pretty bad, but I mean, again, it's one of those things where I'd rather check it out myself or at least see somebody play it in full. Right now, I've only seen clips of people playing it, so I can't really judge anything per se on clips and people's, opinions. It's really all it is. I haven't seen anything that made me dislike the game. It's a whole lot of like, I don't like this because of this kind of dialogue, or I don't like this because of the janky controllers. And it's just like, people didn't like fucking, what's that other game that people didn't like that I actually loved? Watch Dogs. People hated the first Watch Dogs, and I thought it was pretty decent. You know, I wasn't going to sit here and say it's the best game in the world, but it wasn't terrible. It was an enjoyable playthrough. It was something different, something I had never played before. It's kind of, Grand Theft Auto-ish with a little more features and a different aspect of the game, So I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. No, I'm gonna try it out. I would love to, fucking give people my own, perception of the game. Maybe convince a few people to actually try it, because a lot of people are outright saying like, don't try it. Don't give anybody any hopes in this game being any good. Like it's really negative on how this game is being perceived right now. So we'll see. Other than that game, Gamescom in general has been going on. So I haven't caught up with a lot. I've been fucking out of it for a day and a half right now. So, but I have been keeping up a little bit with it. I know that Destiny has dropped some new fucking content, which at this point now I feel like, dude, I really have to fucking get into, Destiny. Like I've been dabbling with Destiny, but I have never sat down and I'm going to play Destiny. Funnily enough, Destiny was the first game I played on PS4, and it was super fun. I won't sit here and say it wasn't fun. Super fun. I played with some randos out of nowhere. And it was really cool. It was a really cool environment. The other players are really cool. Everything about the game was dope. Only thing I didn't like is I don't like RPG shooters that much, just for the simple fact that I want bullets to hurt. I don't want to have a leveling system for bullets hurting. You know what I mean? So it was just one of those things, but I feel like you can get over it after time. And if you keep playing, it's just one of those things that you just get used to. So I'm definitely going to give that a chance. What the fuck is this? DualSense Edge wireless controller. There's a new fucking DualSense controller already? Let's check that out. Look at this, man. Live fucking reviewing of some shit while I'm sitting here sick as hell. It just looks like a fucking controller. It's sad that you guys can't watch me watch it. I'm sorry. DualSense Edge. Looks like a DualSense. And you can do the weird shit? Can you take it apart and shit like that? Oh, it's got back buttons. That's cool. I do like the touchpad. That's pretty dope. Okay, it's got 2 back buttons and 2 understick buttons. So that's definitely cool. I don't think it's necessary. I'd like to see people hands-on use it. Because I got the back buttons for the PS4 controller, and I never actually used it. I really didn't give a shit. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. But I like that they're at least trying to keep something that can compete with, what's that, Xbox Elite controller? So, pretty dope. I like it. It looks nice. The only thing I actually like about it, off face, is the fact that it's a dark gray color instead of pure white. And the touchpad has the PlayStation logos kind of inscribed in it. So it looks really nice. I wouldn't mind them just making that as a controller in general. But neither here nor there. Moving Out 2 has gotten announced. That's pretty cool. Moving Out was pretty dope. Goat Simulator 3, which, who didn't like Goat Simulator as a child? New Tales from Borderlands. What the fuck? Borderlands is getting a new game? All right. Okay. That's interesting. Good shit. Good fucking shit. Destiny, we already mentioned. Dying Light, I don't give a fuck. And I actually bought Dying Light, and I don't give a rat's ass. A new trailer for Hogwarts, which I'm probably going to play. I'm not into Harry Potter like everyone else is. I don't know why I just don't like Harry Potter as much as most people. It's just not my kind of shit. Updates to Farming Simulator. Hot damn. More Farm Simulator fucking content. Grow some more plants. I don't know. Fucking. And it's hard to explain why Farm Simulator is so much fucking fun. It's just dumb fun. but I will still continue to play it. It's just one of those weird things where it's like, I hate it, but I'm going to keep playing it. It looks like about it, though. Not much else was announced for Gamescom, which sucks. I was hoping, well, no, because we know when Final Fantasy VII comes out, which is the only thing I care about. God of War's not getting delayed, which is nice. Yeah, no, I pretty much got everything I need for gaming for a while. I do remember that the Mega Drive, making a new, like, what was it, Genesis? A Genesis, like, mini or some shit like that? Because the first Genesis was a fucking flop. So, nicely enough, they're going to make a second one that hopefully has more games. Would be nice, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't, but it would be nice if they would just do the one thing Nintendo won't do and make it where you can drop a cartridge in that bitch. It's not hard, man. Just let it read a fucking cartridge. Oh well. They try. They always fucking try. No. They also dropped, it looks like, some fucking Forspoken gameplay. 10 more minutes of Forspoken gameplay, which, after their last little trailer and getting a shit ton of backlash, that 10 minutes of gameplay better be fucking on point. I will definitely check that out later, because that's not what this podcast is about. I didn't even mean to dive this much into gaming news. It was just, shit that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Gamescom's been a thing. And I care a little bit about Gamescom. I just really was hoping for more shit, but then at the same time, it was just like, yeah, what else could there really be? You know what I mean? Like, there's really nothing else. They've announced everything that's coming out within the next year and a half. So yeah, no, I think I've gotten everything I need. The most I would have liked to hear about, which they're not going to mention anything of, is more Nintendo shit. But Nintendo shit typically only gets announced during Nintendo's, like, fucking conferences. So they're never going to announce shit for Nintendo outside of Nintendo. So again, it's fine, no big deal. I just would like to hear more from Nintendo, man. Speaking of fucking Nintendo, so I've been seeing this shit on TikTok a lot lately. And it's like, this whole, like, gamers need to rise up and tell Nintendo to get with the program type shit. You know what I mean? Because as gamers and as people who just understand technology in general, Nintendo's consoles have always been superiorly, I won't say superiorly. What's the term I'm looking for? I'm fucking scrambled right now. They've been underpowered for years. You know what I mean? The Wii has always been the Wii was underpowered compared to your Xboxes and PlayStations of that era. The Wii U was underpowered compared to all the other shit. And now the Switch once again is underpowered dramatically compared to your PlayStation 5s and your Xbox Series, whatever the fuck they want to call their bullshit. So yeah, and people were just like, you know what, Nintendo, you guys gotta get your shit together. We need more overpowered games. We need more, storage space in our Switches. We need more of this. We need more of that. And I'm just like, hey, dumbasses, have you actually sat down and realized something over the vast span of 20 years? Who has had consistently fun games? Always. Always been Nintendo. Who's selling like hotcakes continuously? Always Nintendo. Like, motherfucker, everybody and their mom has a Switch. Everybody and their mom plays Smash Bros. Everybody plays Mario Kart. Everybody plays, Mario Party, shit like that. Everybody and their mom has played fucking Breath of the Wild at this point. To the point where people are ripping off Breath of the Wild because the game was so fucking successful. Nintendo don't miss, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you people. Like, Nintendo don't miss. They don't need to have their game running at 4K for you to have fun. Like, remember why you play video games. That's all I'm saying. Like, remember you played video games to escape from reality and or just have fucking fun. And as soon as the specs of gaming became a thing, gaming has taken a downturn. It's plain and simple. And I mean, this goes all the way back to the good old days. Like, with the OG console wars, the fucking battle of the 16-bit era, the battle of the 32-bit era. Like, you've been spending some time fighting over what the game can do, but never what is on the console. You know what I mean? And that's when shit got out of hand. And again, it didn't work for Sega. Like, Sega was sitting there like, our games can run at higher resolution and higher frames and blast processing, and they fucking failed. You know what I mean? Everybody and their mom knows the Dreamcast was ahead of its time and what it could do. The controllers, the fact that it was running on disc before every other console was running on disc. Except for, I think the PlayStation was out during Dreamcast era. But either way, like, they were the first ones running off of fucking CDs and DVDs. And no one gave a shit because they weren't playing games that were fun. It is what it is, man. So chill out, man. Nintendo's doing what the fuck it's supposed to do. Have you actually been unhappy with your Switch? Has there ever been anything that about your Switch that was just like, man, I wish it could? I only want a new Switch for the simple fact that I know they're going to make a new Switch. You know what I mean? And I don't want to buy 2 of the old Switches before they make the new Switch. That's all it is. I just don't want to be left behind buying some new shit. So that's the only reason why I want them to make a new Switch. But do I need 4K? Absolutely not. The games are fun as is. The most I would like for them to do on Nintendo's end is just fucking make shit that makes sense. Because they're getting into cloud-based gaming, which is cool and all. Everybody's doing cloud-based gaming. But not for shit like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1 through 2, or 1, whatever the fuck, you know? Like, the only one I can almost excuse is 3, because that was made for newer gen consoles. But Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were made for older consoles. You do not need to cloud-base PlayStation 2 era shit. Like, just make it work and download that shit and run it directly on my Switch, dude. Chill out. Everything doesn't need to be in a fucking cloud. It's fucking dumb. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't really give a shit. Take your time on everything you've been making. Make shit that's fun, and I'm happy. Like, I've never been burned by my fucking Switch yet. Nothing has been on the Switch that has been colossally just like, oh man, this was a waste. Nothing. So, chill out, man. Be happy. Man, they're not the ones producing shit like Cyberpunk, and for some people right now, the fuck is that game? Saints Row. I don't think anybody has had a game on Switch, or Nintendo in general, that you're just like, this game sucks. Maybe Star Fox. I will say maybe Star Fox on the Wii U was kind of the only game that people were like, who is this for? It wasn't bad, though. It was just trying too hard to be good, you know? But not a bad game. It was just doing a little too much. I was really just hoping for something else, and it seems like they were just remixing and rebooting the same ass story once again. So other than that, it was fine. It was all good shit to me. But yeah. So the other thing I wanted to get to, and we'll do that after a quick commercial break. If I can actually add a commercial break doing it this way. It's been a minute, so just cut me some fucking slack. I wanted to talk about fucking Disney movies and all of Disney shit in general that's been going ape shit. So after a quick commercial break, I'll come back and then we'll talk Disney and whatnot. And hopefully I don't hack a lung out. So I'll catch you in a minute. Go drink some water, because I'm definitely going to do that. Hydration is key. So I'll drink some water, you drink some water, and then we'll be back after these quick commercial breaks. Welcome back. Jesus Christ. Welcome back to the fucking podcast. It's still me, the host, FNBOB. It's still the podcast nonsense. It's still everything that's been everything. The fuck was I going to say? Now more than ever would be nice if you guys supported your boy by, sharing this podcast with everybody you know. Share it with, Google Podcast and Spotify and iTunes. Shit, I'm on Alexa. Like, I'm on all the stuff that you listen to stuff on. So do me a favor and share this shit with everybody, because your boy's at home sick. And it would be nice if I could still bring in funds while I'm at home sick. And if you don't want to share this because, your friends and family are just a bunch of prudes, you can just buy a shirt. I have shirts available. I have more merchandise coming soon. But hey, the shirts are kind of cool. The cups are kind of cool. The water bottle still exists. Like, all those things are still here. So if you just want to support your boy and get something nice in the process, buy a shirt, support the podcast so I can continue to make cool content. You don't have to, but it would be fucking nice if you did. And if you don't want to wear the shirt, just buy it for somebody else. Just say, here's a gift. I thought about you. Well, you're supporting me. You're giving out a gift. So works twofold, you know? But anyway, yeah, continuing the show. So fucking Disney is just doing all the shit right now. So let's just scratch this one off the list real quick. So Disney is now yelling at Hulu because Hulu doesn't want to run ads that Disney wants them to run. Hulu, for the longest time, have been able to run ads the way they've been wanting to run ads. And apparently they didn't want to run a bunch of, political ads. And Disney got pissed. So they were like, you run these ads or you can get the fuck out. So Disney is now forcing them to run political ads. And that was like the one escape we had from politics for a while. And especially Democratic politics. And it's just like, nope. Disney says, kiss my ass. You work for us. Run all these ads. And again, that wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I just thought it was fucking hilarious. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just dumb that Disney just does all the shit that people don't want them to do. Everybody's been asking my 2 cents on the She-Hulk show. Like I said, I wasn't going to watch it, but I've seen more than enough of what I would like to see of She-Hulk. Because, Disney owns Marvel too, and Marvel's a bunch of cupcakes now. But this whole female empowerment shit is just, I don't care anymore, dude. Like, it's down to the point now where even in the show, she's contradicting herself. But you don't really need me to say anything. You have more than enough content creators talking about how shitty She-Hulk is. I will just say this. Here's my thing. That bitch ain't swole. And I wanted She-Hulk to be, a little bit stronger looking. That's pretty much all I cared about. Just don't see why She-Hulk doesn't look super strong. That's all. It just seems weird that even in Hulk form, she just kind of looks just like a tall bitch. That's really it. She doesn't look very strong, very cut, or nothing. She's just a really tall bitch with different makeup. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. You guys worried about the sexism and all the fucking feminist tones, and I'm just like, that bitch is not strong enough to be a Hulk. She's just a tall... She looks like a WNBA player with longer hair. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't give a shit. Who cares? She-Hulk is ass. And it's your fault. You knew it was going to be ass before you watched it. So, yeah, get fucked. This is what you deserve. You watched the show just so you could see fucking Daredevil, and this is what you get out of it. So, happy days, bitch. Right, Kelly? Thank you.
Yeah, no, she sucks.
You gotta start wearing a mask around me.
I'm gonna get it eventually.
Well, then fucking stay away from me. I appreciate you doing all the help and stuff. Goodbye. The fuck was I saying? Yeah, She-Hulk sucks. It is what it is. It's your fault for watching it. What I really want to talk about Disney related was something that I just kind of stumbled upon. And I'm gonna throw this in a comment. Comment below if you agree or disagree. All the Disney movies suck. And they have terrible morals. All of them. There's only one Disney movie that has good morals. Hands down. And that is Lilo and Stitch. Fucking fight me. And I implore you to comment now. Like, I want you to stop the podcast right now and comment below if you think I'm an idiot for saying this. If you truly believe that what I'm going to, like, before I even say what I'm going to say next, that I'm absolutely wrong, that Disney movies have good morals, comment below which movie do you think has good morals. Because I'm going to shit on most of them right now. And Lilo and Stitch, hands down, is the only one that has good morals almost across the fucking board. So, we can pretty much cut out 90% of the movies in a fell swoop. By just the fact that they off almost all of their parents. Like, all parents are getting offed in Disney movies. That's just how it works. So it's kind of fucked up that you're just making parents not seem important in any of these fucking movies. I think the ones that ranked high, like, I won't say high, but low on my fucking morals list is Aladdin. Aladdin's the big one. Aladdin pretty much just teaches you to lie to bitches. And that's how you're just lying and getting money. Like, Aladdin is a thief. I think you all forgot that. Like, he is literally robbing motherfuckers in the first half of the movie. And if I'm not mistaken, he steals the genie lamp. Like, he didn't just get that bitch, he stole it. So, yeah, if you just steal shit and you lie to bitches, then yeah, you might get lucky. Like, that is the literal biggest upgrade in human history for being a crook. He went from a petty thief to a prince. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Just with thievery, lying to bitches, and a little bit of magic. I don't want to hear this. Well, he had courage and grit. No, he was a common thief. It takes grit and courage to be a fucking thief too. So I don't want to hear that shit either. So Aladdin is 100% just thievery at its finest. So Aladdin has no good morals whatsoever. If you're trying to give me this shit of, well, we should forgive thieves because we don't know where they come from. No, I'm not forgiving you to the point where I upgrade you to prince. That's a hell of a fucking upgrade. So absolutely not. I can maybe not arrest you for petty crimes, but that doesn't make you a good person. So no, absolutely not. Aladdin has some of the worst fucking morals of all time. The Little Mermaid, terrible morals once again. Literally gave up being a princess and a mermaid for some dude. So yeah, just change yourself for some dick. Yeah, that's a great idea. Like that's a good thing to teach the young women of our fucking, our generation is, yeah, no, just if you want to get a man, just give up what is important to you. So yeah, that's cool. She's also just a bitch in general. Is it Ariel? I think her name is Ariel. This is just a fucking bitch anyway. And she just consistently disobeys her dad, like every which way she can. And it's weird, when Disney movies do have parents, the kids are just assholes to the parents consistently. Like, just outright assholes to the parents. So, Ariel's a bitch. She just doesn't listen to her father. He literally gives her everything that she could ever want. I think if I'm not mistaken, King Triton treats Ariel better than his other daughters, which was kind of fucked up. She gets the most leeway. She gets to break all the rules, and he's still just kind of treating her with kid gloves. 9 of them? 9 kids. 9 fucking kids, and she treats Ariel better than all of them. That's fucked up. So he babies this bitch, and she's still... Oh, okay. So there you go. So she babies her because she's the youngest. I don't know if you guys can hear Kelly in the background yelling at me. But they baby her consistently. She does whatever she wants, and she does all of this for some dick. Like, she's a fucking cunt. So I have no respect for Ariel. I barely respect King Triton as a parent. Because that's what happens when you treat your kids with kid gloves. Like, fucking tell that bitch to grow up. Like, it is what it is. I'm trying to think of another one. Another terrible fucking Disney movie. I don't know. Lion King, though, is hands down the worst. Because I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this. So be ready to be upset. Lion King has the worst values of, to me, all of Disney movies. So we could start from the beginning where Simba's an asshole from jump. He literally abuses being a prince almost instantly. Where he, sings a song, tramples all over Zazu about how he just can't wait to be king. And he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Just shirking all responsibilities. Because, responsibilities aren't important. Just kiss my ass. I'm the prince. And I'll be king and I'll still do whatever the fuck I want. So it's like, yeah. So already just like a level of nepotism that's not necessary. Like the first major line of the movie is Mufasa explaining to him that his kingdom is large and vast, except for this little tiny elephant graveyard. Everybody knows the line. Never go there. It is forbidden. Fuck does he do almost immediately? Runs his stupid ass over to the elephant graveyard and dragging other people into danger. So not only is he a cunt, but he's also getting other people in danger. But it is, we'll just let that just, be B, because he's young and he just doesn't know any better. I'll let that slide. So then at some point, the whole scenario where, Scar kills Mufasa. He tricks Simba into leaving. Run away and never return. This nigga leaves and actually just doesn't even consider coming back whatsoever. He sang a whole ass song about being king in the future. And as soon as technically in that moment he would have been king, he dips immediately, like, fuck, owning up to, I might have killed my father. He just says, fuck that, I'm not owning up to shit, I'm dipping, they can figure it the fuck out. In my head, all I can think of is, and in this moment, they got fucking Scar running the pack. He is literally running the Pride Lands to shit. All the other lionesses and lions of that of Pride Rock are like actually upset and dying on the inside because their great king is dead, while Simba's off in a fucking jungle somewhere, eating bugs with these 2 ass hippies talking about Hakuna Matata. Like, they over there eating the last of the food with the ops, and you over there just singing your ass off. Like, if Simba would just stop fucking singing for 5 minutes and accept responsibility for some of his fucking actions, then maybe he would be a decent person. And what pisses me off is everybody's like, well, he did redeem himself at the end. Yeah, but look what it took. This nigga had to have Nala show up like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Shit sucks over here and you're the rightful king. You need to go back. Nah, I'm good kicking it here. Like, you asshole. Like, you are the fucking rightful king and you need to accept some responsibility. And the only reason this nigga goes back is because he got a little bit of ass. Like, ain't that some shit? This nigga gets a little bit of ass and now he's like, you know what? I can get used to this. Maybe I should go back and fucking run a show. Like, I forgot, pussy over everything. Like, this nigga gave up his hipster lifestyle for some random ass pussy out of nowhere. Like, that's fucked up. This is absolutely fucked up. And if you don't think that's bad, just fast forward to fucking Lion King 2, where he literally kicks out Kovu of the Pride Lands, not because he did anything bad, because that nigga looks like Scar. He was like, this nigga's a little too dark to be kicking around my Pride Lands. I don't trust this nigga. Like, he didn't trust that nigga from the get-go. As soon as he got a scar on his face, they were like, deception. Like, they was singing songs. Like, Simba and his whole ass reign is just some terror-ass, terrible shit. Like, he just said, fuck everybody, every which way. And the thing is, he told you what kind of king he was going to be since he was a child. He was going to do whatever the fuck he want. Fuck responsibility. Fuck doing the right thing. Like, if Nala wasn't there telling him what the fuck to do half of the damn time, he'd still be an asshole. Like, Simba is 100% just a piece of shit. Fucking fight me. And the reason why I have to say this, for Lilo and Stitch being the only movie with fucking morals, is because what did Lilo and Stitch teach you? That Ohana is family, and family is most important thing, or whatever the fuck the line is. I'm too sick to remember all of this shit, okay? Leave me alone. Yeah, I just know Ohana means family, and means no one gets left behind. Something like that. Something along those lines. So, like, they taught you the importance of fucking family. And they also taught you the importance of not trusting the government, because the government was on some bullshit from Jump Street in that movie. They was consistently trying to take Lilo away from her sister on some bullshit. Like, she was trying her best out there. She was working multiple jobs, trying to take care of this little girl. Their parents was dead, and she was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep our family together, because, fucking family means everything to them. When Stitch shows up, and these other fucking aliens are trying to snatch him away, they're like, no, he's family, and he stays with us. Like, we ain't breaking up family for no reason. Family sticks together. Fuck the government, fuck all the other powers that be. When you family, we stick together. That's literally the entire premise of the fucking movie. Was no matter what, we protect our own. God damn it, that's the only good values I've ever seen in a Disney movie. So fight me if you want. Fucking change my mind. I'll sit outside with a sign. And I implore you, fucking comments below. Like, fight me on this one. I dare you. I will do multiple episodes roasting Disney movies for their terrible fucking moral values. They have no good moral values. I'm just letting you know that now. So fucking fight me on this one. I dare you. Because and if you can't fight me on this one, it's because you can't. Because you know I'm right. All of these Disney movies are terrible. Fucking Beauty and the Beast, Stockholm Syndrome, like that's not good shit. That's not a good movie. Everybody's like, oh, but the scene in the Inner Beauty, no, that's Stockholm Syndrome. We all know that. That's not a good thing. So fuck off with that one. Fuck off with that movie entirely. Sleeping Beauty fucked up. I don't even know why she was kicking it with seven doors. She just found seven doors to kick it with. Like, the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I feel like she just ran into their house and was like, I'm staying here because I'm pretty. Like, I don't know Sleeping Beauty that well, but I just feel like it was some bullshit. Maybe Mulan? Maybe Mulan has some good values in there. But it's so inaccurate to actual, like, the real story of Mulan that I'm just like, I'd rather stuck with the real story of Mulan. Like, the real story of Mulan's better, and not the fucking new age one that they redid, because that one was ass. But I think the old story of Mulan was really good. But I don't know. So fight me on all of that shit. I'm too sick to continue, so I think that's gonna be the end of this episode. So yeah, share the shit, like the shit, do all the shit you're supposed to do, buy some merch. I'll catch you guys later. This has been fun, kinda. I'll try and keep up and keep doing episodes while I'm out quarantining. So, as of now, I'll catch you motherfuckers later. It's been fun. Go drink some water. Wash your damn hands, as we always say on this podcast. I don't know how I got it, but we'll figure it out. And I'm a stone cold stunner whoever got me sick. So until then, I'll catch you motherfuckers later. Peace. Have fun. Do all the things. See ya.